everyone, I'm Becky Andrews, and this is Walking Through Wilson. Cooler temps is a sign the folks at Compassionate Hands have all hands on deck in preparation for the upcoming shelter season. And the Wilson County nonprofit is offering up plenty of opportunities for you to help our unhoused friends this year. Mariah Anderson is the executive director for Compassionate Hands, and she's here today to tell us a little bit more about those opportunities. Mariah, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
So tell me, if for people who don't know, tell me a little bit more about Compassionate Hands, what you guys do.
Yeah, Compassionate Hands works with our unhoused population here in Wilson County year-round, providing them essential services like mail, laundry service, medical support, and then, of course, coming into winter shelter, a warm place to stay in the nights, the coldest of nights.
Well, what do you guys offer to the unhoused? Shelter, you offer
Yeah.
shelter and meals and that
So
kind of thing.
our program goes like this. Guests can come in Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays currently for our summer program to receive a listening ear with one of our care coordinators. Our care coordinators work with our guests to establish a mailing address for job applications or getting that job interview. Sometimes it's a doctor's appointment or establishing vital records like your birth certificate, social security card, or your state ID. So we help our friends get all of those kinds of services. We connect them with mental health options as well as counseling services and disability consultants. And then we just recently launched a life skills class. And so through Project Reset, our guests can come in and learn job skills and community enrichment activities. And
Because the goal is to help them find housing too.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
so how do you reach those folks? How do you contact them and get them to your facility?
So the unhoused community is actually a really well networked culture. It's basically word of mouth and the mouths of many people right here in on the square and in local businesses, sharing the word when they come across somebody who's fallen on hard times. And so through our resource network, I think a lot of people hear about Compassionate Hands.
Oh, that's wonderful. And what are some of your immediate needs? Because you guys need assistance in the way of supplies, monetary donations. What are some of the things that you need to help run this winter season? Because it's been brutal lately.
Yeah. So, I mean, our guests, in order to even keep our doors open, we need volunteers. That's presence makes the difference.
Yeah.
And that is really our motto at Compassionate Hands is that we want people to come in and befriend the poor, be a good neighbor to the poor. And so presence makes a difference. But another way that people can help us greatly is becoming a monthly donor.
Right.
Become a monthly donor, find our Amazon wish list. It's on our website.
Right.
And we have initiatives and things that are on our website so that people can give to winter shelter, they can give to our summer program, or things like the Hope Shop.
But they can do it monthly as well. They can sign up, and that they can go to your website to find that out. And what is that website address again?
That's going to be compassionatehandstn.org.
Okay, perfect. So you can go on, sign up, and give monthly.
Yep.
And that just takes it out. You don't have to worry about it every month.
Don't even have to think about it.
Sign up, and it's going to a very good cause. So what is the start date for shelter season? I know there's a begin and an end. Go over those dates.
So we will transition to our winter shelter program December 1st. Now we're all on call starting in November. That last week of November, if temperatures drop below 30s, we will be on call and we'll pop up for an emergency shelter night. But doors open officially no matter the temperature December 1st, and then we keep our doors open 7 days a week for 15 weeks. When we close shelter March 15th or whenever the weather starts to pop up above those.
Because you never know with Tennessee.
You don't know.
We could be warm through November and we could be warm through part of December, but we know it starts officially on December 1st.
That's right.
And then the end date again is what?
March 15th.
March 15th. Okay, so how can people help? I know you have volunteer opportunities. You definitely need people to volunteer for the overnight shelter stays. I know that's a high need. So how do they sign up for that?
So any person who's wanting to get involved with Compassionate Hands, on the second and fourth Friday of the month, we do volunteer orientation. So individuals from the community can reach out to us via email, info@compassionatehandstn.org, and let us know that you're interested, or pop in at the center at the, what do we call it? The Hope Center.
Yes.
Right off of North College Street, and we can do volunteer orientation on the spot. So
And once you do one class and that, is it just one class you take and then you can start volunteering?
absolutely, yep. We try to onboard our volunteers right away so that people can get integrated and start
Mhm.
serving. And really, you're going to learn by experience the best.
Yes.
And but we have some videos that we walk people through. We give people tours of the building and introduce them to key staff members.
And so in the winter, also, you guys host dinner every night
Yes.
for our unhoused friends, and you do need volunteers to help provide those meals,
Yes.
right?
Yes. So every night we provide a warm cooked meal
Hmm.
for our friends who are coming in to spend the night with us. And those are provided by community members, church groups, small groups. We even have a workout team that comes out and does it together.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so, but anybody can come. We cook for about 40 men and 20 women. That's about our target range. So
Hmm.
this year, those two meals will be served separately. So if you're unable to prepare a meal for 40, you
Hmm.
can prepare dinner for the women,
Hmm.
and then you're looking at, a smaller group of individuals to cook. But there's many ways that you can get involved, whether that's during the day or in the evening.
Now, do you have any fundraisers coming up, or like you mentioned giving all year long?
Yes.
I know during the winter, I've watched Sheila post some things about Amazon,
Yes.
the Prime Days, and I know
Yes.
they come up every month, but especially in the winter month.
Yes. And so we don't have fundraisers on a regular basis.
Hmm.
We do have one here in October coming up, and then we
Hmm.
will also have, our end of the year giving,
Yeah.
but consistent giving through our monthly sponsorships or through our Amazon wish list, donations in kind, anything that helps our operational things. We
Hmm.
even accept coffee.
Right,
Like
right.
people can give paper plates, or they can,
What are
any
your
type of those gifts really go a long way.
And what are the things that you see that you need the most because you use the
Mhm.
most? And these are supplies that you often give to our unhoused
Yes.
friends as well.
So the things that we collect for our unhoused friends the most often are going to be loungewear.
Hmm.
Oftentimes, our friends are coming in off the street. They're wet, they're cold, or their clothes have not been washed for
Hmm.
several days.
Hmm.
And so, right away, we like to provide our friends who are going to sleep the night at the Hope Center and pajama bottoms and a
Hmm.
nice t-shirt, something that they can change into
Socks.
after a warm, yes, socks, clean underwear, the
Hmm.
basic necessities just that make you start feeling human again and
Yeah,
restoring your dignity right away.
yeah. I mean, it's
So,
amazing how you need those things after.
absolutely.
You don't think
Yep.
about them
Mm-mm.
if they're always there. So they can come by the center. If people can stop by if they want to
Yes.
volunteer, they can find out about the orientation if they
Yes.
want to volunteer for the overnight stay. Something different this year is the women will not have to go. In the past, it's been to different
That's
churches
right.
each night. So
Yeah.
this year, it's changed where all of them are going to stay in the same place
Yes.
throughout the housing and the
Yes,
housing
this
season.
is such a huge win for our women.
Right.
Our unhoused ladies are carrying around so many bags and have so many
Hmm.
uncertainties that they're dealing with.
Hmm.
This year, we have the privilege to be able to offer them one location where they're going to stay majority of their nights with us this winter shelter, and so they won't have to do that. They'll have a one place that they can rest their head, a consistent bed, and
Hmm.
that dependability
And
that
that
I
makes
can
such
stay
a
here.
big difference.
Yeah.
I mean, and you and I were talking about this. We
Yeah.
always pack more than our husbands
Yes.
pack. So it's carrying that stuff around all the time.
Yes.
And I do know that if the weather is extreme, you guys offer them, they stay put
Yes. We
until.
will shelter in place or extend our shelter hours so that guests can stay on site where it's nice and
Mhm.
warm, and we'll play games. We
Yeah.
we try to accommodate with coffee and conversation
Yeah.
or additional Bible study classes and things like that.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now,
Yeah.
how long has Compassionate Hands been around?
Compassionate Hands is headed into its 11th year of
Wow.
existence, and this
Yeah.
I think is our 11th or 12th winter shelter season.
Wow, that's
Yes.
amazing. And you're building now. That's the men's shelter, but
Mhm.
that's been paid. Are you paid off
Yeah,
on
we are
that?
a debt-free ministry as far as our building.
That's
And now we
wonderful.
just have our traditional operating costs so that we can continue to pay staff and provide these services to
Mhm.
help people move from where they are here to a more preferred destination.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else you'd like people to know on if they want to volunteer, donate that we haven't covered? I guess the biggest thing is just to go visit online, sign up for
Yeah.
monthly donations
Yes,
because
become
it's
a
always
monthly
needed.
donor.
Yeah.
That's like knowing that we have consistent, sustainable finances to make sure that this ministry is offered for
Hmm.
much more than just one season. That's a huge deal. So that people can rely on that these services will be available.
Well, and it's for you're providing a service trying to help eventually help someone transition into
Absolutely.
housing.
Absolutely. Yeah, we see people reunited with family. We
Hmm.
get the privilege of watching people who have fought and overcome some of the most horrific hardships and then have victory underneath them when they get that first job, when they hold that job down for 3 months, when they finally get the keys to their first house and or their first vehicle, and being able to be even just a small part of that story is what makes it worth it all. And not just for our staff, but for the community to be able to rally behind those individuals. They just need friends and
Yeah.
support to get to that next step. And oftentimes it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yes.
And so that is our mission at Compassionate Hands, is to help our friends build social capital, that they would have friends in this county who can open up doors of opportunity for them and believe in them, that they can really make that next step.
Yes, and that goes such a long way, especially when they believe in themselves too.
100%.
And having that stability just
Yeah.
can take them to the next level.
Absolutely.
So again, you guys, you need people to go online and become a monthly donor.
Yes.
And that is, give me that website one more time.
CompassionateHandsTN.org.
CompassionateHandsTN.org. And you don't have to worry about anything. Just
That's
sign up
right.
to give monthly. Prime, we can go to Amazon during Prime days or any other time. And we can also call.
Absolutely.
And do you have that number? If you know, we'll put it up on the screen.
That sounds good.
Mariah, thank you so much for being
Absolutely.
here. And
Thank
thank you
you.
so much
This
for
is
doing
great.
this. This is such a good service to our community.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And we'll hopefully see you again sometime and you can tell us about all the strides you guys have made.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.